boys and girls. I'm Mrs. Hofer. We're going to work with Fundations again today. We're going to practice our digraphs. We're going to practice writing them and tapping them out and blending them to make words. And we're going to work with some nonsense words today. Okay, so you're going to need your dry erase mat. Hopefully you have the lines with it so that it has the skyline and the plane line on it for writing. And then we're going to need your dry erase marker, but that's it. So let's get started. We're going to review our digraphs. So our first digraph is WH when, no, not when, WH whistle w. Say it with me. WH whistle w. CH chin ch. CH chin ch. SH ship sh. SH ship sh. TH thumb TH thumb. And the last one, CK sock k. Very good. Okay, so we are going to move on. I've already put some words up here, so we're going to tap out these words and read them. And we have to decide if that's a real word or a silly word. And we're going to start by tapping this first one right here. So get your hand ready. Here we go. S, ick. S, ick. And then blend it together. S, ick. Sick. Right. And we know that one was a real word, right? Okay. Our next one is the one in the middle. So we're going to start with d, e, k. D, e, k. Deck. D-ek. Deck. Right. And since we have a CK at the end, that means that this vowel has to be a short vowel sound. So the short vowel sounds are the ones that we are most familiar with. So let's tap this one out. D-ok. D-ok. Dock. Dock. And this is like a dock where you would put your boat. You would pull your boat up next to the dock. Not like a doctor. So those were all real words. Those were not make-believe or silly or funny words. So we're going to move on. I have some other words over here that we're going to tap out. So we're going to start with this one. Are you ready? Ub. Ub. Thub. Thub. Does that sound like a word you've heard before? No, it kind of sounds like the word tub, but no. Thub is silly or nonsense word. Okay, let's try this one. Z, e, z, e, zeth. Zeth. How about that one? Does that sound like a word you've heard before? No, nonsense word again. Okay, our last one. Egg. Egg. Theg. Again, that doesn't sound like anything I've heard before. And we do these words because we can see if we really know how to blend those sounds if we're making a word we've never heard before. Sometimes it's easier to sound out words that we've heard because we know what it's supposed to sound like. But this one is one that we've not heard before. We just have to try to see what it would sound like if it were a real word. Theg. Theg. Not a real word. Okay, let's move on to practice writing. So you're going to need that dry erase board. And we're going to need the dry erase marker. Okay, so pause, take a second to go get it if you didn't already have it, and we'll get started in just a second. All right, so the first letter that I want you to write is the one that makes this sound, zzz. Z. So think about how that letter's made. Actually, Mrs. Hofer can't see hers because it is behind my picture. There we go. Z, and we're going to write the lowercase letter, okay? So it was the letter Z, and we're going to, I'm going to trace over it. So we're going to start on the plane line. We're going to fly across this plane line. Then we're going to slide down to the grass and then go across the grass. Z, zebra, Z. Okay. All right. Whoops. All right. Our next letter that we're going, or sound that we're going to write is the sound. Let me try that one again. Okay. So that one was a digraph. And I don't have those cards on mine, so I'm going to write it without putting the letter up. What digraph was that one? That's right, it's the T, which is from the sky to the grass, and then go across the plane line, then back to the sky, go down to the grass, come back up to the plane, go across and come down to the grass. TH, thumb, TH, thumb. Very good. Okay. All right. I want you to write the letter that makes this sound. Ooh, now this one's a little tricky because it's the k sound. K sound. We know that there's more than one letter or one way to make that sound, right? So you can try to write them all. That's right. So one way we could make the k sound is with the C, cat, k. The other way is to make it with the K, which is all the way down from the sky to the grass, and then go to the plane, slide to the middle, and then slide back out. Okay, so we could use a C and a K, or we could put them together. We can take the C and we can put the K right next to it to make the digraph CK, sock. Okay. But the one that, let's practice this letter K. K, kite, K. So we're going to make a straight line down from the sky to the grass, slant, go back to the plane, slant in, and then slide down to the grass. K, kite, K. All right, our next letter that we're going to make is the one that makes the G sound. G. So before I write it, we're going to choose the letter G, game, G. And we're going to start on the plane. We fly backwards for a little bit, curve around, touch the grass, go back up to the plane, come down all the way to the worm line and come across. G, game, G. G, game, G. Okay, and our last letter that we're going to write is the one that makes the sound. Yep, my lips were closed. That's right, you're going to want the letter M. M, man, So we're going to start on the plane line, go down to the grass, come back up, curve around, touch the plane line, come down. This is really important. When you come back up, you want to stay right on that line before you go up and touch the plane line again and go down to the grass. M, man, M, man, Good. All right. Okay, so we're done with letters, and now we're going to take those letter sounds and we're going to put them together to build some words. So we're going to not build them with our tiles, but we're going to write them with our marker. So the first word that we're going to write is the word tuck. So we're going to say the word tuck, tuck. Now we're going to tap it. Are you ready? It has 3 sounds. T, k, t, k. So the first sound is the t sound. So I'm going to start all the way on the left because I want to make sure I have room. And I'm going to start over here and I'm going to make the t sound, which is the letter T. And then I need the sound. So I'm going to come here. That's the letter U. And we're going to go down from the plane to the grass, touch the grass, come back up, and then we have to go down and touch the grass. And then the last sound we have is the k sound. And we know that if we hear a k sound at the end of the word and our vowel is short, we need to make the digraph CK. So the word tuck would look like this. Tuck. Good. I hope you were able to do that. So look, if you notice, our T and our K are tall, but the other 2 letters are short. Okay, so make sure when you do it that yours are also short. Okay. Our next word we're going to write is the word duck. Duck. D, help me tap. D, k. D, k. So that's 3 sounds. And the first one was d, duck, d. So we're going to start on the plain line. Now this one's a little tricky because it is a tall letter, but it doesn't start up at the sky. It starts on the plane. So we're going to come around, curve around on the plane, come down to the grass, and then I need to go all the way up to the sky, come back down, and tap the grass. D, d. My next sound, remember our word is duck, Our next sound is right? So we're going to make the letter U. Okay, and then at the end, again, we're going to need that digraph CK. Duck. Awesome. Whoops, let's just exit that. Okay, let's make the word rack. Rack. So we're going to tap it. Are you ready? R, A, K. R, A, K. 3 sounds again. And the first sound is R. Do you know what letter makes that sound? That's right. It's the letter R. R. Okay. And our next letter is A. Okay. Those are both plain lines and they're short. They don't go to the top. And then we need the K sound. And again, we have a short vowel, so we're going to use the digraph C, K, K. Rack. And look, we're going to underline the digraph, which is CK. All right. So our next word is puck. Puck. Let's tap it out. P, k. P, k. 3 sounds again, right? So we're going to start with the P sound. Puck. So we need the pencil first, right? Okay, and we're going to go down from the plane. Now this one, we have to go all the way to the worm line. Maybe you can make your lines a little straighter. And then we're going to come out and we're going to close it at the grass. P, k. So we need the sound. Okay, and then at the end, we need the k sound, which again, we had a short vowel. So we're going to make the digraph CK. And then we can underline it to show that that was a digraph, that they're working together to make the k sound. All right, we just have one word left to go, okay? So stay with me. The last word we're going to write is the word luck. Luck. So we're going to tap it out. L-a-k. L-a-k. That's 3 sounds. And we're going to start with the L. We're making the word luck. So I need my pencil again. Oh, this is a skyline word letter. We're going to start with the letter L. It's tall. It goes from the sky to the grass. The letter L. And then we need the sound. That's right. That's the letter U. So we're going to start on the plane, go down to the grass, curve back up to the plane, and come down and bump the grass. And at the end, again, we hear the k sound. Was our U short or long? Luck. That's right. It was a short U sound. So we are going to use the digraph again. C and then K. Perfect. Practice writing your letters and putting them on the lines correctly, okay? And I hope you had a great day. And I'll see you next week.